聞こえてますか？聞こえてますか？ Can you hear me? おはようございます。もうこんにちはだな。It's afternoon. こんにちはどうも、KaLRZです。Hey, good afternoon. It's KaLRZ. 今日の配信予定 Today's plan for the stream is, as the title goes, a personal commentary on parasocial relationships. But this is specifically explaining the lyrics of my most recent upload, the rap that I did. Hang on, 始まるツイートまだ I haven't tweeted that I started. 始まる live now, explaining the lyrics to my original rap. Please come. And then hashtags. There we go. I have done well. Just managing to remember to do that. I've done well. 眠い Alright, okay. Let's go. Let's ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。Give me 5 seconds. Nice. All right. Ush. I think at this point we're good to go. じゃあ始まる So firstly, why am I doing this kind of stream? Well, mainly because I wanted to. I mean, my lyrics itself, it's a combination of Japanese and English, and it's almost like they're puzzle pieced together. It's quite very much the point where it's all how would you say, it's just so tightly knit, so puzzle pieced together that the Japanese English, they flow together as if they're one sentence. Occasionally, obviously, there are also I repeat the same thing in English as it would in Japanese and vice versa, but the main reason, I guess, I want to share and I want to explain my lyrics, as I did with my other one, No Sleep, I just want to share, I guess, my inner processes, my own thoughts on how, or what, just the meaning behind it. I'd be tooting my own horn, and sure, I'm gonna do it. I really am proud of my lyrics. I'm proud of my lyric writing because I genuinely enjoy the linguistic process behind putting together these lyrics. So how do I say that all in Japanese? How do you say linguistic? Give me one moment. Linguistic. 合格的な解説、リリックの解説したい。自分のリリック、まあ、誇りなんだよ。誇りなんだから解説したい。解説したいということで、Let's start. Alright. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, you've watched this before. Even if you haven't watched it, well, we'll go through it bit by bit. I'm not going to play it all the way through. But the main idea is to go through it step by step, pull it apart, and yeah, that's how we'll go. Alright. So BGM, I'm gonna get the BGM to shut up. Get the BGM to shut up. And there is like a 20-second intro to this, but you know, it's all part of the is it 20 seconds? Was there more? Anyway, it's worth kind of like watching anyway. It's part of the experience. So, production is by Ame Beats, illustrated by Shy, lyrics, vocal, video editing by me. Don't forget to subscribe. This love's not so sweet.
I'll gladly let you live rent free in my head as long as it keeps my heart pumping till I'm dead.
So this first line already. My basis, the basis and the theme of my song is all about oshikatsu. Oshikatsu というと, when I say oshikatsu, it's basically from a fan perspective. Right. I mean, if you have watched it, you already know, and could be spoiler alerts, but it's basically from a fan point of view, how deeply one feels affection towards supposedly their idol, their virtual idol. So oshikatsu is about standing your fave, having a living or undergoing activities as a stan, as a fan, and living your life that way. It's just a lifestyle choice, right? Yeah. Okay. So we begin with the idea of parasocial relationships and this idea of having someone in your thoughts all the time. We have this idea of rent-free living in one's head. That's so I wouldn't say slang, but it's definitely language that I found on the internet, nuanced and spreaded through the internet. So let's call it internet language first of all. I'll gladly let you live rent-free in my head. It's the idea of a thought that's so pervasive, if pervasive is the right word. ちょっと待って. Pervasive. Yeah. Pervasive could be the word. Pervasive could be the word. And so in Japanese, pervasive. Okay, no. That's not what I'm looking for. Permeating, maybe? Permeate. なんか、推しが自分の頭の中ですっごい、いる感っていう。I don't know if that it got explained, but it's the idea that a thought is so pervasive that really it should be paying rent because it's taking up time and thought and effort to have it there. Hang on, I gotta pick up my dog. Hi dog, come here. Come here. Do you want to get picked up? I'll pick you up. Come here. Nah. So this idea is that the free essence and allowing someone to remain in your thoughts without the need to pay rent, that's what it's all about. I'll gladly let you live rent-free in my head as long as it keeps my heart pumping till I'm dead. I love you so much to the point where, you know what, stay there. The very thought of you is what keeps me alive, keeps me going, until I'm physically unable to move, physically unable to survive. Cute so far, right? Cute, maybe not. わかんないけど. Let's keep going. I think I'll also bring this up. So this is verse 1. This is verse 1, so let's adjust it so you only see verse 1. So I'll gladly let you live rent-free in my head as long as it keeps my heart pumping till I'm dead.
You expect my cheeks to flush cherry red, but the very thought of you keeps me fully fed.
So, it's not much here, not much going on, but it's the idea that you're, I guess, traditionally, meant to fluster a lot simply by admitting the fact that your affection exists towards someone else. I'm gonna burp. And then the very thought of you keeps me fully fed. It's a spiritual, sort of emotional, fulfilling type of thought. You exist in my mind and it fills my heart spiritually and emotionally. So very kind of just tapping into that satisfaction sort of need. 推しのことを考えると、考えるだけで満腹するという。So,
心はあんま恥ずかしくないこと、僕の心が君にいること、黒くそっちなりもろくなんて君が言うの一生黒くしないよ。
Alright, so moving on to the next part. これがあんま恥ずかしくないこと。Linked to the previous two statements, you expect my cheeks to flush cherry red. これがあんま恥ずかしくないこと is not something that I'm embarrassed about. 僕の心が君にいること。The fact that you are in my heart. 黒くもそくつながりもろくなんて. So this part is less of a tongue twister, more like a glottal, the back of the throat twister. Not fun if you have phlegm. Not fun if you have phlegm. But yeah. So let me take this part. Korok. Korok is like isolation, loneliness. Isolation. Korok mo hosok. Hosok meaning thin. Tsunagari morok. So this connection, tsunagari is connection. Korok mo sok, this isolated and thin connection. Morok is fragile. Nante. So it's such a fragile, isolated, and thin connection. Kimi ga yu no o issho gorok shinai yo. Gorok, by the way, is in relation. It's the rhyming continuation of korok, hosok, and morok. Kimi ga yu no o issho gorok shinai yo. I won't, for my, Isho is like entire life in a way. But I'll never misinterpret you. I'll never mistake what you say. I'll never mistake what you say. Okay.
If you would just let me turn the knot, I ito wa kire wa shinai yo. I won't let its ends ever touch the floor, so long ago. Thinking from now on there won't be more.
Okay, so next part. If you would just let me tie the knot, agai ito wa kire wa shinai yo. So, the red string of fate, agai ito, do you know? The red string of fate is all about, it's a huge cliche, a huge trope about connecting people's fates. Often used in romance genres, and then so I'll be the one to tie the knot. I won't ever cut that. I won't cut the red string of fate. Akai ito, I'm calling it the red string of fate, but kakai ito literally translates to just red string. I won't. So you'll notice that I have a lot of sentence spillovers, kind of like I won't ever let its ends ever touch the floor, so don't go thinking on that part. It's always the spillover that I aimed for, and it helped. Yeah, I could do the rhyme, complete the rhyme, and let it flow onto the next line. I won't let its ends ever touch the floor. In the process of tying the knot or having the strings tied. So the idea of the red string of fate is from pinky to pinky. From yours to your fated person, the red string is tied from pinky to pinky. So I'm not going to let its ends, whether it's the knot that it's tied in the middle, knot that's tied at the pinkies, if anything were to happen to it, I won't ever let that fate end. I won't let it touch the floor. I won't let I'm not going to give a chance for that red string, for that fate, our connection to end. And that connection, the idea of connection goes back to tsunagari morok. The tsunagari in the second let's call them stanzas. I don't know if you can call them paragraphs or do you call them not quite verses. But that's how I've divided them. So here I'm trying to carry on. I'm deliberately keeping that theme internally about connection. So the connection, tsunagari morok nante, and the connection here is the akai ito. Tsunagari to akai ito. And then, so don't go thinking from now on there won't be more. Don't, yeah, it's self-explanatory there. これからは何もないと考えるな。ガイドはの、how do you say end? ガイドは床を触られずに床を落ちる前は落ちれずにこのつながりは終わらないからそういうことは考えるな。 That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay, keep going. Here comes the twist. You virtually don't know me. So here is where you're first introduced to the idea that, wait, there's more to this than what's been shown up to this point. And that's the brilliance of media. You're shown what we want to show you, or we being the creators. You're shown what the creators want you to see until something else happens. And it's the whole idea that if there will be a purpose to everything. If the curtain is blue and it's described in a novel, it has purpose. Alright? Yeah, alright. So, これがリアルな I saw, you see, 画面の向こうの君 I perceive. I perceive part. The I perceive part is all about how, again, borrowing that net language that is used. And it's nuanced in a way that it's not a complete sentence. It's the whole idea of perceive me, or I perceive, and end statement. And then it would be attached, an image would be attached to the statement, and whatever that image is the I guess the muse of the creator. If someone really likes a character and now the character's making a really cute expression or a lewd one, I perceive means the muse has been thoroughly observed. Been thoroughly observed. So that nuance there, it's again carrying from the internet nuance of perception. perceive というと、気づくかな、気づくとか悟るかな、悟るじゃないね、気づく、まあ見てるかな、気づくより見てる、すごく見てる、画面の向こうの君。 So 画面の向こうの君 is you on the other side of the screen. So here it's creating this sense of, oh, it's the idol and the idol, the virtual idol, given that we're VTubers. It's the virtual idol on the other screen. We don't know what they're like over there, but it's what we see from our perspective. So it's that POV perspective. これがリアルな愛想。You see, this is real. This is a real love. So here it's kind of talking in the sense that the love, the affection I have towards the muse is real. It's genuine. Whether that genuine or real love takes shape or is interpreted differently person to person, this is from a personal perspective. So in the head of the character here, being me, AU by the way, if you haven't noticed, it's missing the triangles and the lines on my on my top. If you haven't noticed, it's missing the triangles and the lines. So is it me? It's AU me. これがリアルな愛想。You see, 画面の向こうの君 I perceive, but you know this love's not so sweet. この恋、この愛はそんなに甘くない。甘くないっていうのは、it's not. So 甘いという can be interpreted as sweet or naive, but it's not naive, but rather in a sense it's not cute. 可愛くない。甘くないというのは可愛くない。この恋、この愛は可愛くない。本心のこの恋の姿はまあ多分キモい。That'll come later. その後はもっと出せるキモいという感じ。Alright. So, and in this video, I used a lot of transitions. So I managed to find a transition where it creates the static TV glitch, screen glitch sort of transition. Every night we're on a date, I prepare. So this is meant to be in a bedroom, dark, and if you notice at the back, behind me on the wall, Shy put in extra effort to illustrate almost pretty much every image as if photos were taken of the muse and stuck onto the wall. Just like a real yandere stalker. I get every moment, no matter how rare. We'll only wear a perfect pair. Alright. So, here. じゃあこれ Pre-chorus. Every night we're on a date I prepare 頭の中にさえ毎晩デートに自分がデートを用意し自分が用意したデートは行く自分用意したデートに行く毎晩頭の中にさえ So every night we're on a date as long as it's in my head. Literal, here is a fantasy. I fantasize going on a date, and that's the date that I prepared within the scope of my mind. I get every moment no matter how rare. どんだけレアでもhow do you get every moment? 欲しい瞬間欲しかった瞬間欲しい瞬間どれだけレアでも自分が欲しいシナリオゲットする I'll get every scenario, I'll get every moment no matter how rare, the rarity here is also in relation to, I guess, the rare moments that of your oshi that are revealed. So of your fave rare moments that are revealed, it's like super rare, super rare, ultra rare sort of level. Mosoni were a perfect pair. So in my head, in my fantasies, 完璧なカップル. Alright. So, an entire stanza in relation to fantasies.
We wear a perfect pair. You might call me crazy but 現実に心気にしられたら僕の気持ち I'm pretty certain you call me ガチ恋 And it's a bit of an understatement just calling me キモい
So here it is self-awareness. This is a stanza for self-awareness.You might call me crazy, but 現実にこの狂いもの呼ばれるかもしれない。but 現実に but in reality 心君知らったら僕の気持ち if you knew about my heart, my feelings 絶対きっと僕をガチ恋と呼ばれる You'd pretty much call me ガチ恋 ガチ恋 is the concept of like intense, really extreme intense love. ガチ恋 again, for me, I learn a lot of this language from the net. But ガチ恋 is, extreme, possibly over the top. Often degrading, derogatory, but then could be in some respects respectable if that gachikoi is done in terms of, I don't know, artists or creators creating content for their fave, but obviously not overstepping the line. I'm pretty certain you call me gachikoi, and it's a bit of an understatement just calling me kimoi. Kimoi だけで、十分じゃない。全然十分じゃない。十分？Yeah, 十分じゃない。Kimoi. The kimoi concept is disgusting, basically. It's an understatement to call my heart, my feelings, kimoi. 自分の心、自分の気持ちがキモいだけで十分じゃない。Yeah. Let's go on to the next part.
But you know it's what they say, the sky's the limit. But my daydreams are in space as long as you're in it. You'll be safe from Pandora's box like I'm no gentleman, no lying, it's hidden shinjitsu.
Alright, so this is my favorite part, one of my favorite parts. So, the idea of sky's the limit, again, I'm using all these idioms and metaphors and whatsoever and whatnot because they're commonly used, I guess, within the English language itself. And then in the Japanese language, we have the gachiko ikimoi. So I'm trying to use what's most well known within, I'd say, the VTuber net online community. So, and then the sky's the limit. We say the sky's the limit. There's only so far we can go, or maybe we should go. Only so far that we should go. Any further might be too much or too far out of our reach. But then that doesn't stop daydreams from going beyond. So my daydreams are in space as long as you're in it. 夢中妄想幻想じゃない。daydreams まあ daydream 多分空想空想の中に君がいれば限界空想の限界は空を乗り越える。So, yeah, sky's the limit. So, 空が限界っていう限界なんだっていう、フレーズある。英語にわかんない。日本語そういうフレーズあるかな。けど空想の中に君がいればその空想は空より超える宇宙までで、超えるいける。You'll be safe from Pandora's box. So the idea of Pandora's box is don't open it or chaos will ensue. You'll be safe from Pandora's box. 開かない限り Pandora's box というのはまた自分の気持ち心開かない限り安全大丈夫。Yeah, so as long as you don't open the Pandora's box, you'll be safe. I'm no gentleman. I'm not lying. It's hidden. 真実に。how do you say gentleman? マジで。gentleman is 殿方少子旦那種gentleman, how do you say in terms of gentleman? I actually have no idea. 殿子わかんない。gentleman, how do you explain gentleman? 紳士 What's 紳士 Yeah, 紳士紳士というのはね僕は紳士じゃない。嘘ではない。隠れてる。真実に。So, in truth, I'm no gentleman. I'm not lying. It's just hidden. So, yeah, that's the part. Okay, so now we move over to the next part. Here. Let me bring that down. Hook 2.
Don't look this way 口見ないで欲しい顔にかけてる感情一つの純粋じゃない I'm better off just holding my breath You're better off clueless not knowing the rest
Alright, so don't look this way 口見ないで欲しい It's the same thing, repeated in both English and Japanese 顔にかけてる感情一つも純粋じゃないHere it says, what's written on my face, the emotions, the feelings written on my face, not one of them is pure. I'm better off just holding my breath. You're better off clueless, not knowing the rest. Here it's kind of like, I say any more than I need to, it'll blow over. You'll find out. Even though the emotions are written on my face, I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it out loud. 顔にかけてる感情があっても、これ以上喋ると勝てると 話すとやばいから、息を、止める。hold breath. I don't hold one's breath. 息を詰める。息を詰める。息を殺す。In a way, 君がそのままで知らないままでいい。知らないままでいい。So yeah, you're better off clueless, better off not knowing what else there is to this unclean, impure emotions that I have. 荒い。この部分ね、難しいと思う。僕の本心やばい、古い汚い僕の全身洗い去って振って干して飾って巻いて去って咲いて。Okay, so let's go through this slowly. 荒い。So the first 荒い that appeared is kind of like wild. Think of it in terms of a tornado. It's violent, it's wild, it's rough. The second 荒い refers to the texture rough. So kind of like sandpaper. 僕の本心やばい。本心 is like my true self, my true heart. 本心 is like, yeah, one's real intentions. やばい。As you know, やばい is very universal, ranging from awesome やばい to oh やばいthis is messed up やばい this is bad やばいOkay, so 古い crazy 汚い unclean dirty 僕の全身洗い去って so wash off my entirety 全身 as in like the whole heart but entirety 僕の全身洗い去って振って shake it out 干してwhat was 干して again 干してっていうのは is yeah to dry out to air to dry out to drain kind of like think of it as this 本心 your reality your entirety you're kind of shaking it out as if you're doing laundry shaking out hanging it out to dry 飾って hang it up decorate it or something 巻いて so what you do with a wet towel you squeeze it out by twisting it 貼って 貼って I always remember 貼って as in terms of sticking a poster onto a wall, but you stick it up, plaster it somewhere, you stretch it out to dry it out. Side, cut it up. Cut it up to pieces. Now this next part. Okay.
Again, the fifth slide on my phone is where I've got your face framed, and everything from you for some meaningless crap to the very latest steamy knife food porn snap.
Alright, so here. Reset, okay, let's go again. After spiraling down through the lyrics from something very say-so and pure to, whoa. Yabai. From that to that, it's kind of like, okay, let's reset, let's go again. Fresh start. 繰り返しじゃなくて、リスタートか。リセット。頭からここまで。ね、kind of 結構落ちた。結構落ちてる感じで、またリセットで、そんなこと忘れて、これから進んでいい感じ。wow, too late. So,
and everything from you for some meaningless crap to the very latest steamy knife food porn snap.
Alright. So the fifth slide on my phone is where I've got your face framed. On your phone screen, you know how you can slide it back and forth to have different, to show different widgets or icons on each of the slides? Then some possibilities is to set photos on widgets. So then that's what it means. So it's not a photo framed on your desk. It's on your phone where you can easily see it. You're always on your phone. You can easily slide to that screen. And everything from your first screen cap, meaningless crap, to the very latest iminai is meaningless. Food porn snap. 初スクショから、まあ無意味なスクショでも現在じゃなくて how do you say latest 最新飯テロ意味ない飯テロ写真まで
I'll message you every day, good morning, good night. I'll wish you happy birthday, here's your present. I'll try my very best to cheer you on with all my might, with the very little hopes that I'll get a reply.
Okay. I'll message you every day, good morning, good night. 毎日メッセージでも多分ツイッターでリップ。So it could be a reply on Twitter, not always a DM. I'll message you today every good morning, good night. おはよう、おやすみ。誕生日おめでとう。ほら、これプレゼント、誕生日プレゼント。So yeah, I wish you a happy birthday. Here's your present. I'll try my very best to cheer you on with all my might. 全身全力応援します。応援してみます。With the very little hopes that I'll get a reply. リップはもらう希望結構ほぼないでもなくても全身全力応援します。
Why? The sight of you trying your best, so go doggy style in my chest, like a bird's only snuggled in its nest. The warmth you radiate, it's like I'm being caressed.
わちょ
Only snuggled in its nest. The warmth you radiate, it's like
I can be caressed. So here, the sight of you trying your best. 頑張ってる姿だけで見てるだけですごくドキドキしちゃう胸にね。So すごくドキドキしちゃう my heart flutters when I see you doing your best. 鳥what's nest? Su? 鳥の巣わかんないけど鳥のネストに暖かくスナグ寝てるスナグ心地よくネストにいる小鳥のようにthe warmth you radiate, it's like I'm being caressed. 君の暖かさ warmth? Yeah, warmth ぬくもり君のぬくもりradiate 別れてるわかんないけど別れてるかな君のぬくもりが別れてるはcaressed まあ撫でるかな抱かせてる多分じゃないそれまあ めちゃくちゃめちゃくちゃ優しい撫でる撫でる方。ぬくもりが君のぬくもりが優しい撫でるみたい。撫でられてるみたい。It's like, yeah. That's translating to Japanese is harsh. But yeah, it's all about that feeling of warmth, creating that warmth, the warm imagery, and it really fits well with I'm a crow. Oh, the background is nice and warm and comfy. Yeah.
Like I'm being caressed. これが fake な愛想 you see. 画面の向こうの自分 I deceive. But by now you know this love's not so sweet. A coin's got two sides, but this love's only got me.
これが fake な愛想 you see. So again, when we talk about love, the first part was calling it real. Yeah, it's a genuine love, but if we think about it in terms of one where someone's supposed to reciprocate, it's not real. It's a fake one. 画面の向こうの自分 I deceive. I'm just deceiving myself. 自分のこと騙してる。自分のこと。画面の向こうの自分騙してる。So I'm deceiving myself on the other side of the screen. But by now you know this love's not so sweet. この声を愛もう知ってるね。甘くはない。可愛くない。綺麗じゃない。Coin's got two sides, but this love's only got me. So, in a coin, you've got the heads and tails, right? It's got two sides, but then this love is not. It's one-sided. 片思いね。このコインがhow do you say sides? 頭と尻尾 heads and tails. I have no idea. Heads and tails. Coin, two sides. わかんない。コインがあれだ。How do you translate it? I don't know how to translate it. わかんない。けど、この声は片思いなんだ。日本語を訳すのがわかんないから。許して。
But by now you know this love's not so sweet. A coin's got two sides, but this love's only got me.
A bit of a warning. There's a lot of these glitchy transitions. So if you're not able to handle it, watch with caution. But yeah. Alright. Before we get into the next part, I'm gonna take a sip of water. So far, we've gone through 2/3 of the song, right? It's pretty cray. I'm just hoping. It's going to be communicated. Everything that was written, included in my lyrics, I hope it's being communicated. Hang on. Oh, okay. Give me a moment. I gotta do some tweeting. Bum, bum, bum. Let's bring the BGM back for a bit. You know what? Instead of the BGM, so it's up to 2 minutes 30. Let's just play it through for a bit. Up to 2 minutes 30. it should all fall together now that I've explained it a bit more.
I'll gladly let you live rent-free in my head, as long as it keeps my heart pumping till I'm dead. You expect my cheeks to flush cherry red, but the very thought of you keeps me fully fed. これはあんま恥ずかしくないこと、僕の心が君にいること。孤独もそっちになり戻ってなんて、君が言うの一生苦労しないよ。If you would just let me tie the knot, 長い糸は切れはしないよ。I won't let its ends ever touch the floor, so don't go thinking from now on there won't be more. これが似合わない so easy 画面の向こうの君 I perceive But you know this love's not so sweet Cause in reality you virtually don't know me Every night we're on a date I prepare 頭の中にさえ I get every moment no matter how rare 妄想に wear a perfect pair You might call me crazy but 現実に心君知られたら僕の気持ち I'm pretty certain you call me ガチ恋 And it's a bit of an understatement just calling me キモい You know it's what they say the sky's the limit But my daydreams are in space as long as you're in it You'll be safe from Pandora's box 開かない限り I'm no gentleman no lying it's hidden 真実に Don't look this way 口見ないで欲しい顔に隠れてる感情一つも純粋じゃない I'm better off just holding my breath You're better off clueless not knowing the rest I lie, I lie 僕の本心やばい古い汚い僕の全身あらい去って振って干して腐って巻いて張って咲いて咲いて Reset, okay, let's go again The fifth slide on my phone is where I've got your face framed And everything from your first screen grab meaningless crap To the very latest steamy night food porn snap I'll message you every day, good morning, good night I'll wish you happy birthday, here's your present I'll try my very best to cheer you on with all my might With the very little hopes that I'll get a reply The sight of you trying your best So doki doki's down in my chest Like a bird warmly snuggled in its nest The warmth you radiate, it's like I'm being caressed これが fake な愛想 you see 画面の向こうの自分 I deceive But by now you know this love's not so sweet A coin's got two sides but this love's only got me Every night we
Okay, here we go. So we're now in the next part. Again, it's the 頭の中にね
Following a script will not like you can Cause to you I'm nothing
but it Okay, so 毎晩自分が用意した部屋自分が用意した部屋頭の中にさえねIn my head I've prepared a room so every night we share a room that I prepared in my head 台本をhow would you say follow a script follow たどるじゃなくてついてくる従うわかんない従う台本の従うわかんないけどyeah so following a script けどまあ君が僕を空気みたいに空気みたいな存在日本語で自分が空気みたいな存在なんだから君がまあそんなことまで気にしない空気みたいな存在って言っても自分のこと存在してることは知らんわからんyeah you don't know I exist 存在してる僕がまあ存在しないままで 気にしないから。存在しない使うように空気みたいな存在しない僕が知らないからこの台本、ついてくる頭の中に作った君を台本をついてくるけど君の現実のリアルの君がなんてことも思ってない自分が存在しない君にとって僕が存在しないから I think that's how you explain it in Japanese, but it's basically yeah as it says, I don't exist to you, so it's not like whatever I make you do in my fantasies matters. Here comes the glitch fanfare. Borrowing off the previous stanza on fantasies, I'll go into that a bit more. But 君が言うのも言うの言わないことも so everything you say and you don't say, I'm trying to read between the lines. I'm trying to force something more meaningful between us. Obviously, that's not real. That can't happen because you don't know I exist. But in the idea of parasocial relationships, it's kind of like that. How do you say read between the lines? Read between 空気を読むじゃなくて行間を読む読み取る多分行間を読む君が言うこと言わないことも僕が行間を読むすぎて読むgreedy欲で貪欲わかんない欲張り欲すぎて行間の読みすぎる無理やりにつながりを作るなんか君と僕がもっとあるかもっとこの声がもっとあるような感作り出すSo I'm trying to create as if there's something more meaningful between us 継ぎはぎ無理やりに I love you in a patchwork way in a patchwork fantasy I'm forcing you ここじゃない君を言わせる I'm forcing you who is not here so not here in this reality but you in my head ここじゃない君を言わせる I'm forcing you to say I love you I'm forcing you to confess in a patchwork fantasy manner
With everything you post 僕がもろ朝 Lily don't know if you know 僕がすでに見た Let that Like fruit tucked in the back of the fridge 腐ってく It's not a thing that I'd even touch この枠に早く
Okay With everything you post 僕がもろされる君が投稿するツイートする何もかもネット上げる君のもの僕が惑わされる So I go wild I go crazy over everything you post don't know if you know 多分君がわからないかもけど僕がすでに満たれてるI've already gone beyond the point I'm already enraptured 満たれてるというと満たれる I'm in disarray because of that. I'm already in disarray. I'm already deranged. Like fruit tucked in the back of the fridge, kasateku. Kasateku is to rot. It continues to rot. Like fruit tucked in the back of the fridge. 冷蔵庫に果実とかマジで冷蔵庫の奥の奥に置いた果実が腐ってくような自分の気持ちが自分が触りたくない自分でも触りたくないだからゴミ箱に早く So like a fruit tucked in the back of the fridge, it rots. It's not a thing I'd even touch. Hurry up, put it in the bin. I mean, hang on. Let's go back a bit. I just want to talk about the fruit bit part. It's not a thing that it even cuts. Okay, so again, this self-awareness is meant to really home it in. Have you ever left a fruit in your bag over the school holidays? 果実カバンの中でなんか2週間くらい置いたままで置いたことあるIt's gross. マジでキモい。I haven't done it. 自分したことないけどいやマジやばいよ。But yeah, self-awareness is brought up a lot because at some point people do become self-aware of what they're doing or what's happening. Self-aware 自覚感すごいこの歌詞でリリックで結構ある自覚は大事よ自覚で大事な線一歩超えるなDon't take a step past that line you're not supposed to cross. If you're self-aware, you won't cross it. Okay, so now we continue. Don't mind what I said. It's the same thing. Don't mind what I said. I don't think outside the box. That's why you don't see the filth inside my head. I swear my love's fading clean. Okay, so 顔に書かれている感情汚れずに綺麗 It's contradictory 矛盾だこれ感情汚れずに綺麗 So the emotions written on my face are clean and without dirt are clean and without impurities I don't think outside the box 箱の外 I shouldn't think literally I shouldn't translate literally, but to think outside. No, it doesn't come up. どう訳すのか I don't think outside the box. Thinking outside the box, 箱の外を考えるという、フレーズは、もっと別の考え方にも大事でもこれ自分はしない箱の外の他の考え方は自分はしない見ない That's why you don't see自分が箱に入れて入れたから君が僕のこと僕の頭の汚れを見れないから見れないという So I'm stuck in my box I'm stuck in my fridge with the rotting fruit in the back so I'm in this fridge you can't see what goes on in there you can't see inside the box where all this filth is packed. また矛盾が I swear my love sweet and clean. 僕の愛が綺麗、僕の愛が可愛い、甘い。Yeah, これが矛盾だ。違う。この僕の愛が甘い、綺麗を違う。So yeah. Self-awareness is, I think, the only thing that stops a parasocial relationship from going overboard, because you really mustn't. That's why you get people, hear a lot about idols being stalked and all that, and they should never have to go through that. And if you do end up finding information about your idols, don't act on it. 好きな推しのことなんか言うべきじゃ言わないべき言うべきじゃない情報見つかっちゃったら何もしない方がいい。Yeah, I think.
Why you don't see the filth inside my head? I swear my love is sweet and clean. 未来はない僕一人の愛けど問題はない僕の世界にいるよ一人にするよ君のすべてを No way this love is sweet but my love for you is real and raw.
Okay, so 未来はない There's no future 僕一人の愛this love with only me けど問題はない There's no problem 僕の世界にいる you and I The you and I in my world 独り占めするよ君のすべてを I will 独り占め is like keep you to myself I'll keep you to myself your entirety Know that way this love is sweet but my love for you is real and raw この恋はこの愛は甘くはないけど絶対甘くはないけど君に向けてる愛僕の愛は本心だリアル生でリアルで君に向けた愛なんです絶対スイートな愛ではないけどねbut yeah so it's a song these lyrics are full of contradictions it's full of self-awareness but it's meant to represent I suppose the mess that goes on inside the head of yandere au KaLRZ 多分わかんないけど気づいた肩と腕が三角や線がない赤い青い三角と青い線がないというのはこれは推しなんだ推しオリジナルオルテナリティブKaLRZですリアルなKaLRZじゃないからこれ病んでる系KaLRZですからまあ安心してbecause this is the yandere au KaLRZ be what's the word whatever no need to worry no need to worry so that was the entirety of This Love's Not So Sweet if you haven't heard it I really like toot my horn I'd love for you to watch it in full watch it in full again now that you've gotten a better grasp of the lyrics, because I'm personally really proud of it. It's a lot of effort that I put into it, and I've put as much effort as into it. Into my next lyrics. They're gonna come out sooner or later. タボさん、いらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。けどごめん、もう終わりなんですよ。新曲のリリック解説終わった。解説し終わった。ごめん。結構長い配信けど、英語にも日本語にも頑張って解説したから、ぜひなんか再生じゃなくて見返してくださいね。雑な日本語だけど、まあありがとうね、ありがとう。聞いてくれてありがとう、マジで。じゃあ聞いてくれた方、ありがとうございます。聞いてくれた方、ありがとうございます。Thanks for coming. まだお済みじゃない方は、Twitch と Twitter のフォロー、YouTube の登録、高評価よろしくお願いします。If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter and like and subscribe to me on YouTube. じゃあ、ぜひみんな、この This Love's Not So Sweetオリジナルラップぜひ聴いてください。あとはね、明日何時？12時。俺の時間は12時。日本時間では1時、11時間。11時。日本時間では11時。MV Baby 投稿する。プレミア公開なんでね。So tomorrow at 12 p.m. GMT plus 10. So that's my time, Australian time. At 12 p.m. AEST, I have an NV Baby premiere happening. So it's going to be a showcase of my friends' skills. I've had a friend mix it for me. I had my friend offered to do the art for me. And then another friend was like, hey, can I edit for you? まあ、マジで友人に感謝しかないわ。I'm really thankful for them. じゃあ、ここで終わりにしたいと思います。改めて、聞いてくれた方、ありがとうございます。最後までね。じゃあ、お疲らず。バイバイ。お疲らず、バイバイ。バイバイ。